We assist members in the ethical practice of law.
One of the things we stress to our callers that's very important is the fact that this program obviously could not exist without the very assurance of confidentiality that Hope is talking about. We want people to call us. We want them to feel comfortable, and we see our job very much as keeping people away from the big bad bar council.
When lawyers are practicing in the District of Columbia, they're not subject to the ABA model rules, and we help them walk through the rules and comments and any DC legal ethics opinions that might provide them with the actual guidance that would be germane to their specific question.
Many people struggle with depression and anxiety and substance abuse problems, and if you're a lawyer, you have a higher chance of struggling with one of those illnesses.
So we serve anybody who's a member of the bar, and we also serve anyone who is a student or professor at one of the 6 DC law schools.
There are a lot of stressors, like I said, in the profession. There's financial stress. The job is usually requires long hours of working, many times in isolation. It's this sort of protective shield of everything's okay and I'm doing just great, thanks, and really they're not. So we offer a resource for them to come talk to someone who can be supportive and is not going to speak to anyone else about what they're going through.
The Attorney-Client Arbitration Board resolves fee disputes that arise between lawyers and clients through either voluntary mediation or arbitration. This is a vehicle where it's less combative, it's less adversarial, it's less formal, and it's also confidential. So ultimately, the Client Security Fund is a commitment by the legal profession to reimburse people who have had a DC bar member steal from them. The fund is funded by a portion of bar dues, so it's really a commitment by lawyers to make a reimbursement when these losses arise.
What I do here is I help lawyers with business issues. The brick and mortar associate business model that most big firms in our jurisdiction have followed has really been challenged. They have to create a different business model in order to be more competitive. You really have to limit overhead these days in order to compete because of the economic pressures that are on the profession and individual firms as well.
Unless you've done it, there's no real way to understand the issues that plague solo and small firm lawyers, the pressures of running the practice in addition to trying to just be a good lawyer, which is what we're really trained to do.